Well, here we are. First video of the new Craps channel. So here's the thing. You want these two dice to make you money. You want to get all of this. People ask me when they come over, they say, Gus, they said, why do you have $25,000 casino chips? Because I'm aspirational. We can always hope and dream that, look, ultimately it can happen. Good friends of mine over at Casino Quest, David and Alex, David tells the story where he, on one shooter, made something like $25,000 on one shooter. Can it happen? Yeah, you bet. It does happen. Has it happened to me? Not yet, but I'm still hoping, and that's why we're here. So we're going to roll out some different systems that I see on other people's channels. I don't want to be somebody else that just gives you the same content that you can find everywhere else. If there's something you want me to try, like a system you want me to roll out, give it a shot. Obviously, we've got a real craps table here. It's an 8-footer. It's not a 10-footer. And you can get actual results instead of using a random number generator, which I don't really think represents craps very well. Simply because you get streaks. I'll tell you a story. 2 weeks ago, I was in Vegas. Took my oldest son there for his very first trip. He's never been to Vegas before. He's 24 years old. And he's a bit tight-fisted, to put it bluntly. He doesn't like to spend money that he just doesn't like to voluntarily just give money away. But he had a blast in Vegas. He had an absolute blast in Vegas. The first place we went was Ellis Island. $5 craps table. I bought in for $300, and 5 shooters in a row went 0.7 out. There wasn't two numbers. It was 0.7 out, 4 shooters in a row. Dice come to me. I'm confident in my shooting skills. Am I a dice setter? Yes. Do I think it makes a difference? Slightly. I sit down, I get the dice, I throw them, they set the point, I think it was 6. I go 110 inside because I'm confident in myself. 0.7 out. It just happens. Do you get on tables that are hot and you can't lose money? Yeah, it does happen. That's where RNG, to me, doesn't represent hot dice and cold dice properly. So, and I use, specifically, I use 3/4 inch dice. They're saying they're harder to get a hold of because a lot of the casinos are going to 19 millimeter, and there is a difference. And Jeremy over at Color Up, great channel. Can't say enough about Jeremy over at Color Up. He actually did a video on the difference in dice, about between 3/4 inch and 19 millimeter. He even weighed them to see if they weigh differently, but I only use 3/4 inch dice. A couple things. I've got a set here. This one. These are from the old Monte Carlo. I don't know if you can see the MC on there, but these are actually dice from the Monte Carlo. And the cool thing about them is they're not canceled. There's no cancellation stamp on these. I got these from my good friends over at Spinetti's Gambler Supply in Las Vegas there. Great people. Oscar, big shout out to Oscar. I'm also a casino chip collector, so I have a big, extensive casino chip collection. Where was I? Back to craps. So today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show a system that I developed myself. It's kind of it's a hybrid system a bit, but you're going on the rolls of the laws of averages. So on average, the dice are going to roll a 7 1 in 6 times. Why? Because there's 6 ways to roll a 7. So statistically, it's 1 in 6, you're going to roll a 7. So this system takes advantage of that. I call it the 5 and out, and I've done very well with it. You don't win a ton of money. You can, but what it does do is it takes the law of averages and you make small incremental wins. My wife and I, we were at the Venetian. I walked up to the table. I bought in for $500. 20 minutes later, I walked out with $700. I like those numbers. I'm not greedy. I don't want to give it back to the casino. And hopefully that's what I help you guys do. Don't give it away. Bank the wins. I like to try to get about 20% profit or 50% loss is where I break even. So let's explain this system to you here a little bit.